What's going on, y'all? Bishop Brigante, exclusive kickback episode. You know what I mean?
Take that
For the
million
battle rap
down.
fans, everybody out there. I got my bro, Brooklyn's own. We got so many things to talk about right now, randomly. Math Hoffa, what up?
What up?
Listen, I came to you because I need your expert opinion on a couple things.
Okay. Shout out to the show.
You know what I'm saying? Let's jump into a couple things. First off, I want to talk to you about the transition that you made from just being a fucking a battle rap monster to finding your footing online with an incredible show like My Expert Opinion, with finding your footing with Read Between the Lines. You know, I know you ventured, and you have a couple of new ideas that haven't surfaced yet. But
right,
what happened? Where did you get this newfound resurgence of online media that's been doing so well? What happened? Like, what made you get into this space?
Well, I've always been a creative, and I think in life your mission is to find your purpose. Some people find it early on, some people find it later on, but whenever you find it, there's a shift. You know what I mean? And for me, anybody who's ever met me or whatever with Bishop, we've been on the phone for hours before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
It's always sharing information and kind of like spreading a message or building ideas or whatever. You know what I mean? So when I started the show, it was more of like, reporting on battle rap. But the episode that I got a full room, we started to open up into different conversations and everything. And the flow of it was just so perfect. I was like, yo, this is it. This is it. Like, if you go back, you watch the first couple of episodes, shout out to Knowledge shot the first episode. Then eventually I found Space. Space came over from, he used to work with the Flip the Script podcast, and it just worked out, bro. And from there it started flowing. And then COVID hit and we couldn't be in the shop no more. So I knew the fans were like, damn, there ain't nothing going on. I was like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to, like, keep everybody interested in the culture, because this thing could mess everything up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Started doing a Read Between the Lines because, everybody's stuck in the crib. I'm like, yo, since we stuck in the crib, let's just meet here every night at 10, watch battles, talk, you know what I mean? And from there, that built a following. So I kind of have like a Read Between the Lines fan base. Then there's the My Expert Opinion fan base. Then there's the battle rap fan base that wants to kind of like, they want me to do more Legends Only stuff, like the battle with Method Man and battle with Nicky Jam. And, and guys that been there from day one, from this how Brooklyn do. Every time I look at you, I want to put a fist knife or foot in you, you know what I mean? Those guys. So yeah, within all of that, I get to create new things and present it to people, and it's great, you know what I mean? And shout out to Nori and DJ EFN when they got me on Drink Champs. That kind of gave me the cosign for everybody else that I needed to get on the show. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. I definitely want to salute them.
Them having such an incredible show run right now, that having you on there really, pushes you to the forefront too. You know what I mean? Of exposure.
Yeah, like I put up a post today saying, in 2018, I was running with the theme, I'm a legend. You know what I mean? You watch Snake Eyes battle, when he brought out Bonnie as a surprise in the third round, and she came out, said what she said.
Super backfire.
And I hit him with the rebuttal.
Super backfire.
That rebuttal is top three. I don't think there's, and honestly, I want to say one, just because of the elements of how that played out. But I'll say top three. Y'all can figure it out. You know what I mean?
I remember we talked about that, and that rebuttal was what a backfire!
Yeah,
what a backfire!
What a super! He was celebrating, bro. He was ready to pop a bottle of champagne.
And we're gonna talk about this shit because you know, him getting that boost of confidence in that moment, it's really synonymous with your career. I'm gonna say it like this.
But I want to finish what I was saying, because
go.
I was on the way to giving props to Nori, because I was saying, but seeing the caliber of guests that he has on his show and being in the mix of that, like, it was a big moment for me. So I definitely want to shout out Nori, DJ EFN, the whole Drink Champs team. Like, that was really big for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So doubling back, and shout out Nori and EFN and the whole Drink Champs crew. So doubling, why I'm saying that it's synonymous is because motherfuckers really love to try and count you out, bro. They really like to try that shit because maybe I don't know if it's because you're unapologetic. I don't know if it's because you're brutally honest. I don't know if it's because, you know, I feel you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you have no problems being vulnerable and being outspoken in every situation. But they really love to try and celebrate when they think they got you, and out of nowhere you come with this crazy uppercut, whether it be the pivot to an incredible show that, you know, the haters think, oh, that ain't gonna work, or whether it be you know, okay, the pandemic's on, or I've seen people say ridiculous things like, oh, you couldn't pay the barbershop, now you're not in there, now you and then boom, now we back at it.
But right.
It's just ridiculous, you know what, how hard they try, bro.
You know, I look at it. I look at every great has that to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a reminder for me. Like, no matter what I achieve, it's like a trigger. Well, you can't do this. You know? Oh, I bet you can't do this. And I disprove all that shit every time. And they keep coming up with new things for me to do, and I'm just gonna keep doing it until they say, you know what, man, I give up, man. Yo, you're the greatest, bro. You're the greatest. You're the greatest. I'm sorry.
Yo, how dope is it when you flip a hater? When you flip a hater to be the supporter?
It's wonderful. I there's so like I always like those comments where they'd be like, yo, I'm not a math fan, but I really didn't like math, but I used to hate math, but you know what I mean? Like, bro, just acknowledge the work. Welcome. And it's inspiration for all the guys out there that I feel like get that. You know what I mean? That might not get the recognition they want, or feel like people are not supportive, to keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Exactly.
Every step, you flip a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? And then there's gonna be more haters that's gonna come in like, no, you can't be that great. Sometimes it's the humble beginning. Some people will see you for the first time and be like, oh, he'll never make it. And then you make it. And they're like, and there's a part of their minds that's gonna be like, maybe I could do it, or it's gonna be mad that they didn't do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm out there. Come on, I got kicked out of high school. I wasn't supposed to see none of this. The amount of shit that I've been through in the streets, I wasn't supposed to see none of this, but here we are.
Here we are. So cheers to that. Regardless. Salute to that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
So now we got a new thing that we're going to talk about, because you know they're going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. So now the next venture, King of the Dot, S1, season 1, Organic came up with this layout for battle rap, which is you know, it's a full year, it's like a full season of battle rap, and they just announced the East Coast roster, and right there at the top of the list, my bro, Math Hoffa. Now, this is you. We've seen you here before. Now, this may be a new a new layout for battle rap with King of the Dot, but this is not a new layout for Math Hoffa. We've seen you with 3 battles in very short periods of time.
3 weeks.
What year was that?
That was I want to say 28. Was that 2018?
Might have been 2018. Y'all could fact check.
Yeah, it was 2018. It was because the Snake Eyes rebuttal was a week before I battled Real Deal on in Massacre.
Wow. So we've seen you in way crazier and shorter time conditions. How are you looking to the future of this tournament? Your first guy is Dre Dennis. What's your mindset, and why did you even want to do? So that's a 2-part question. What's your mindset, and why did you even want to do something like this again?
Well, I like to leave my mark, and even though I have a million view battles on King of the Dot, I felt like I didn't leave my mark over there yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I haven't. Okay, when you think about this year for King of the Dot, you gotta say Math Hoffa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a challenge for me. And I honestly, I like to work, and you know, unfortunately in our culture, a lot of the biggest battle rappers, they feel like they have to sit down to build equity. You feel me?
Speak on it. I get it.
I've never felt like that. I felt like if it's a great matchup, like people will say, oh, well, you got to battle this person to get that matchup. No, if you're interested in that matchup, it doesn't matter who this person is battling. Like they do this to certain battle rappers. There's like JC, who is capable of beating pretty much anybody.
Right.
But the matchups that we want to see for him, they'll create an invisible marker that says he has to do this, this, and this to get to that matchup. And it's bullshit because we just want to see the match. That's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. If Daylight had got 3-0'd by King Los, we would still want to see Daylight versus Loaded Lux.
100%.
Right. So I feel like being that that's in the air, there's a lot of situations that I'm going to get to in the future. But for right now, those guys have to build their equity because honestly, they'll probably need everything that they can get. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you miss somebody enough, you might cheer for a whack bar. You know what I mean? You might see like the performance of it would be like, oh, I haven't seen him in so long. Let me just give him all the attention or whatever. Right. So they need stuff like that. Me, it's about the work, the test of time. This is what I'm here for. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this planet. So while I'm here, I'm leaving my mark. So this tournament, I say, yo, how crazy would it be if I just got in this thing and ran through everybody?
That would be, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not impossible. I've got my picks for each division as to who I see in the playoffs.
Right.
It is not impossible for me to see Math Hoffa in the finals. It's not that's not an impossible feat in my opinion, because I know your ethic when it comes to work. I know your ethics when it comes to work. I know when you set your eyes on a prize, and I'm not talking about the money prize. The money, the money's cool.
No, the money's great.
The money's great. But we get money. We get money. We're talking about when I say the prize, I'm talking about legacy. I'm talking about your mark, all that, everything we're talking about right now. So to me, when I heard, I mean, I knew because we talk frequent, so I knew you was in, but I also know that. So when the announcement dropped, I was like, yo, okay, we cooking because, you know, I'm happy now to recap, you know, a lot of these matches that are going on, because there's a lot of people that I really respect that's in this fight. Mac Myron is somebody I really respect on a personal.
Mac is dope.
You know what I
Mac is
mean?
dope.
I think Clone is incredible. Um, uh, Head Ice being in the East Coast. You know, last night I called you and we was talking a little bit about those matches or whatever. But I mean, the East Coast roster has a very killer environment. It's a
Right. But
I feel
that's not to sleep on the West Coast.
no. But
Not to sleep on any other division
no.
because
But I feel
but
like
in the East Coast,
but I feel like when it comes to uh per capita, there's a lot of killers on the East Coast. Like it's like I feel like it's going to be the toughest division for the Final Four to get out of. It's going to be a
right,
fight for everybody to get out of because you got
right,
guys like Jay Murder, you got guys like Rosenberg Raw that are really trying to like, you know, really leave a mark again and really trying to, you know, have that resurgence because he's been doing great shit. And then you got guys
right,
like Show Off that still got a couple things to prove, you know what I mean, as
right.
far as like, you know, on this platform. And not to say that he's like, maybe I worded that wrong, but like I feel like for himself, he really taking this shit serious. And to me, that means for himself, he might have stuff to prove to himself. So
Right,
everybody that in that division is a killer. There's a lot of killers.
right.
And I feel like that division itself is similar to the North because the North, you know, them Detroit motherfuckers is going crazy. They're going crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
those two divisions, not to take it away from anybody on any other division, but I feel like those are the ones where we're going to see real dog fights to get out of that division and make it to the playoffs. And I'm excited to have you there, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be
So
incredible.
how far are you into this Dre Dennis material?
Oh no. Bishop, you gotta twist it. I'm writing for the tournament.
Ah, okay. Talk about it.
Because what I like about the judging system is it allows you to be creative. You know what I'm saying? So I think that everybody is there's a structure that I've noticed in battle rap that a lot of people take. This is going to allow me, especially the first 3 matches, because of how it is, to experiment and then go back, look, see, okay, all right, this, all right, I know how I'm gonna go through the final 4. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it different. I don't know how everybody else is looking at it, but this it's an opportunity to see if you really think about it, like to see what is gonna work.
Right.
I like that. I like that. I know that every opponent, it's not about, oh, I got this person next. Oh, I got this person next. Because people, especially for me, they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up. Looking at the names in this thing, I think every match that I'm gonna have is gonna be either the biggest match that battler has ever had, or one of the biggest matches.
It's similar, you know, that sentiment right there is similar to your first with Jag because you have so much to work with, right? Like
Yeah,
where
no, the second, where I was
was it
like,
the second?
yeah, like I said, what did I say? A clash with me, even a novice could create a masterpiece. I got
Right.
scratch and beef, and I went down a list of all my accolades, and it's not gonna be, you know, there's gonna be some people I'm gonna stand in front of like, damn, I don't got much to work with. But even in that Jag situation, it forced me to be super creative. That second round, like I had to really put it out there, like, yo, we only know you for this. Look at all the shit that I done did. But we only know you for this. We've been around the same amount of time, and I've done all this shit. What you been doing out here? Like, and I know, like, for every look, and for all the punches, even the punches that I've battled in you know, regular battles or whatever, they always come with something extra because I'm a lot to work with. But the flip side of that is I'm a lot to deal with also. So, you know, I've heard a couple battlers, especially the last event, mention me. And I just want to say, I see you. I see you. I see you.
Yo, what is the Math Hoffa, what is the Math Hoffa angle that people take that is going to be that's the corny? Like, what's the warning that a guy like myself, if somebody says, "Yo, man, what am I gonna do?" What's the corny? Like, you know, like the Arsenal, the bus driver was like played out for so long. Like, what are we tired of seeing these battle rappers talk about?
I'd say with the punching, like, give it up, guys. It's been like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
give it up. There's so much more to talk. Talk about how successful my podcast is. I would love to hear an angle on how successful the podcast is. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to hear that. Or
has anybody had a my expert opinion? Has anybody had my expert opinion bar? No.
Yes, many people.
Many people. But not, I'm saying against you though.
Against me, Nicky Jam did. Nicky Jam had a bar. He said, he started talking about business stuff, and he was like, look at him, just ignoring this lecture I'm giving. I could tell math ain't fit for this type of knowledge, but that's just my expert opinion. That was crazy. And then Geechi stole it. That was whack. But anyway,
yo, what's up with it? Yeah. What's going on, man? Like, I figured, like, usually when you know, we battle somebody that we have a little bit of tension with or whatever, it's supposed to, like, you know, all right, let's whatever. I feel like this shit still hasn't ended with you and Geechi. What's going on over there?
It's not so much about Geechi, but about just the temperature of that environment. You know, it's this. Another thing that I loved about this tournament is I get to have home games. And I feel like even if you watch the Hollow and Rum Nitty joint, and whatever, despite the issues I have with Hollow, I could tell that they were purposely freezing him out.
Where was that battle? Was that battle in Cali?
It was in LA, yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, come on, guys, you don't got to do all that. We all here to enjoy this shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So it's not about Geechi, because honestly, I big up Geechi because, you know, that was kind of another thought that I had going into this.
Right.
Like looking at his run and saying, nah, bro, 2013, when I set it off, one of the greatest runs. Then Geechi came and, no, nigga, I need that spot back. I need that spot back. Come here. I need that spot back.
Okay, so there's a little, so then there's a little bit of a respectful, like there's a respectful inspiration.
Definitely. You know what I mean?
Why are you the only battle rapper that can do that? Why are you the only one that can say, hey, you know what? I may not agree with everything you do or whatever, or everything you say or whatever, but I got some inspiration.
I don't look up to any other battle rappers.
No, but I mean, you're able to say that you get inspired by people. People have a problem offering those type of flowers. Why?
And that's what I'm talking about. Because I feel like I don't look up to nobody. And if you look up to certain people in the culture, they don't do that. There's certain battlers. If we were to list the top 5, there's not many of them that give credit to anybody. So it is what it is.
How do you fix that? I guess you just lead by example. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's all you can do.
It's weird. It's weird. I feel like in all sports, and I consider battle rap to be a sport, because if you could call chess a sport, then I feel that the way you use your mind in battle rap, it should be a sport. So in all other sports, everybody gives their peers ultimate respect, especially when they're great, when they're doing great shit. I feel like battle rap, I mean, it's it's an ego-driven thing because technically, you know, unless you're just barring out, the goal is kind of to tear down. So maybe that's why it's because it's so ego-driven. But
Right. And I think with the exception of maybe a Swave Sever,
mhm,
there's too many people that are image conscious to the point where they feel like when that camera's on, I'm supposed to act like this.
right.
And you know, I get paid to be myself in a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it just comes regular for me. I've always been myself. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Pick a coast. I'm still the same person.
Exactly.
Always.
Man, I'm looking
So,
forward to this. I'm looking forward to this run. I'm looking forward to Math Hoffa in the S1 run. And I was actually talking, it's funny that you brought up Geechi because I was talking about it the other day with Bullets. I was like, man, when you really think about it, Geechi Gotti's run it's an incredible run.
Bishop, you starting some shit. You starting some shit, bro. Stop starting, bro. Stop starting.
But it's an incredible run. It's an
Yeah, it
incredible
is.
run.
It is. It is. I gotta give
I
it.
can't because we're talking about he said you starting. It's an incredible
Starting some shit. Yeah.
because when I remember the first day and moment that somebody mentioned Geechi Gotti and I had never heard of him, to thinking about that now, to becoming literally the face of the URL in that amount of time, you know, especially
Right.
especially when, you know, man, battle.
But the thing about Geechi to me is, with the exception of what he was doing in the tournament like this past tournament, I feel like he really stepped it up. He learned a lot. He learned a lot when we battled because I didn't feel like he had any bodies before that. But when he got in that tournament, he went in there viciously.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a couple of those guys got bodied. You know what I mean? Like I was like, he finally got some bodies under his belt. This is dope.
I won't even lie. I feel that when he battled, when they did the finals, I was like, I was actually expecting a lot less ferocious approach to Nitty.
Right.
Because that's the homie, right? So I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna get the fucking bill collector and Holmesley.
Oh no, he don't care. He don't care, bro. I'm telling you, he don't care. He don't care. I respect that. I respect that though, but he don't care. He don't care. He don't care.
Because I was like,
he should have you like, yo, son, like, yo, why you like, man, it's some battle rap shit, man. It's some battle rap shit, man. You don't know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta respect it. I respect it. Because he literally gave the fans exactly what they wanted. A fight.
Hold on. So you left and didn't think about nobody else. Wow. You about to take another trip? Yeah, take another trip. Take another trip. Take another trip. Take another trip. Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, the fact that he gave the fans what he wants, I respect it. It's a fight. Yeah. We wanted to see a fight, and they fought. Anyways, moving on.
Right.
ASAP Min versus Cortez. Let's talk about it. You ain't getting out of here without giving me your expert opinion.
Do we have to talk about it? Huh? Do we have to talk about it?
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Yes. I want to talk about it.
All right. This is what I have to say.
Because I saw you tweeting, and I didn't call you because I had my own things going on yesterday. But I saw you tweeting. I saw you say a couple of specific things.
Right.
And I want to talk about it because I only saw the second round.
You only saw the second round. You didn't see the whole thing.
I got to see the whole thing. When I tweeted, I said what I said based on that second round. That's it. Right. I made it very clear. I didn't watch nobody's comments or whatever. I just knew that it came out and I watched it and I was like, yo, gave my opinion on it. I think Ace won the second round. Let's talk about it.
I think Cortez won the second round. But people are gonna watch this and be like, "But Cortez is your man." This, that,
Right.
and the third.
Right. And I've never met
Um,
Ace. I've never met Ace, and Cortez is the homie. I've known him for quite a while now. But
right.
so okay. I'll give you my expert opinion. You give me yours.
Right.
I felt that there's one thing. Okay, so we know both of them can bar out. They both can bar out. They can rap.
Right.
So that's already a given. That's on the table. But there was something in Ace, his delivery, his cadence, and just the overall performance of the second round that had me like, yo, this motherfucker is really trying to kill Cortez right now. When I watched Cortez's round, I was like, yo, he's got such a great angle here. But to me, I feel like
you don't feel like that angle was better than Ace just going? Because I felt like that angle was killer. The timeline
shit was crazy. I feel like,
bro, that's a round winner for me. Like we gotta start rewarding creativity.
You're right. I feel you on that. I feel you on that part.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like, okay, so if I'm a person that's just pulling up and all of a sudden I see this one round, right?
Right.
I'm looking at it like off the first watch, because I watched it twice. So off the first watch, I'm like, yo, I see a new guy, fairly new guy, that is trying to fucking take off a vet's head, bro.
Let's be real. Ace ain't that new.
No, I said
in interview years, he's been in here for a decade. But in like battle rap, like this is a guy who headlined in a packed event in Atlanta versus a top tier. He's not that new. Ace has been around, and
I'm not saying I don't mean new.
Yeah,
I don't mean new in casual fan new. I mean new in casual fan like terms, like of like, because he's jumping to the forefront right now, and this battle specifically it has him the talk of the culture. Him and Cortez are the talk of the culture, and out of the two, we got to say that Ace is new. Out of the two of them,
fairly new,
especially on this, the way the culture is speaking right now. We literally have a huge divide right now.
We don't have. I don't think it's a huge divide. I think it's people being opinionated. We've seen this happen a couple times before, but I feel like people pick and choose when they want to speak up. Because a lot of people should have been speaking up for Serious Jones in that first round with Rum Nitty, but they were like, it's Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? And I feel like to a certain extent, motherfuckers like to try to pick on Cortez.
100%. Bro, and I feel that's so fucked up.
Bro, that timeline angle takes research. It takes, like, it was mapped out beautifully.
You're right.
Then if you come off of, you got to think about it in the judge's mind. Ace stumbled and messed up crazy in the first. So Cortez is already in good standings with the judges, right? And then he does something that hasn't been done. The timeline. Fire. Then you're getting Ace to perform another round like his first, just cleaner. Not to say the bars ain't fire. Bars is fire. But I think the judges chose to reward the creativity and time it took to create that.
Who judged it?
Oh, I'm not sure. But whoever did, I think that was that. That was that. And then if we talk about facts, like cold hard facts, those are the facts.
Maybe I gave Cortez. Maybe I'm having an epiphany right now. I think that I may have not took into consideration some of that shit that Cortez was doing in that second round because I'm so used to Cortez doing great shit in all his battles.
Right.
So,
right. But then,
so
but then
this
people
is
try to
AI
overlook
crossing Jordan. Is that what this is?
This might be that.
Because
this might be that.
Because I
Ace had a
know.
good round. No. Think about it. Okay, you in this room. Everybody in that room is cool with Ace Amin. He's a man of the people. He's a political guy. You know what I mean? He's there early, watching all the battles, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that shit, right? Okay. He has a terrible first round. Terrible first round.
I never seen it, man. Fuck. Where can I see it?
All right.
Send me the link.
Terrible first round. He starts to perform better, much better in his second. However, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And people over cheer because it's like, yeah, he's not choking.
Is this AI crossing, Mike?
Let's encourage him.
Let's
encourage him
because AI crossing,
because
Mike,
this choking thing is a problem for him. So we have to encourage him when he's doing good. And that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing.
Yo, okay, so is this the first time we've ever seen the URL just drop one round of a battle?
Yeah. The Cortez lucked out because I was gonna be the first guy, but that's what they wanted to do with the body battle on Valentine's Day. They were gonna drop it by itself on Valentine's Day. But
that would have been ugly. That would have been ugly.
Yeah, that would have been nasty.
Yo, listen,
nasty.
I really fuck with Ace, bro. I think he's dope. I think he's got incredible
personality wise,
but he got bars. I give him credit for his bars.
However,
and his approach. Hold on, let me finish. I fuck with him. I don't know him personally, but I fuck with him, and I think he's got incredible bars. Now, I've been fucking with Cortez for over 10 years. He's the homie, and I think he's incredible. I think I had an epiphany just now in this conversation is I expect that from Cortez. I expect that round from Cortez. I expect him to find that creativity. I expect him to do that. And I think that off of my first two watches of that one round, I probably gave it to Ace because it's the moment that AI crossed Jordan. And I consider Cortez a fucking legend. I don't care what any of you cornballs in the fucking comments. I don't care what none of you cornballs on Twitter or anybody that hates the fucking Latin King. I don't give a fuck what you say. Cortez is a fucking legend. He's incredible, and he's earned his stripes through multiple fucking generations and decades and tears and fucking grind time. King of the dot. You are out. I think
we gotta run it back and say, yo, I think y'all forgot Jordan had 40 and still won that game.
Shout out to Murder Mook. I was there for that battle. Listen, I think I gotta watch round 1 and 3. I'm gonna talk to Ace today. I'm gonna pull up on Ace today, and we're gonna have a conversation because I'm gonna ask him, is this AI crossing Jordan? Because I think he's
first of all, we gotta demote that just a little bit. Because AI is AI. You know what I'm saying? AI is AI. Ace Amin, I feel like when it counts the most, well, not the most, because he's had some great moments. Him versus Snake Eyes was incredible. Him versus Jims, he had a nice, clean performance.
And John battle, man.
The stumbling. I mean, I've had like issues with reciting my material where I'll like get a little hiccup, but when Ace gets to these points where he's trying to remember, it kind of takes people back. And another thing you got to think about is some of these judges look at professionalism also.
I don't know who the judges are, so I don't know. I don't like I've been having issues with judging. And people judge it. So, I'm not allowed to be a judge because apparently I'm going to be biased. I'm the most unbiased person.
All the pushing and physicality, they might have given Cortez points for being professional. That happens too.
I don't know what the
So
criteria is, man. Especially when I don't know if they both put 2,500 on the line, or if they both were just the winner gets
it
5,000.
doesn't matter. Cortez won. It don't
Yo,
matter, bro.
what I'm saying is though, criteria is important, and if that shit's not on the forefront before a battle, it's gonna make us all wonder. And then when we hear somebody go, well, I don't like the way he was talking, or I don't like the way he was looking at him. Like, if we don't know what criteria is with these judges, then we're
Right.
all gonna get mad when the judging is done. The
All
judging
right. So
criteria
look at
has
it
to be
like
at the
this.
forefront.
If you're a judge and you're judging a battle where uh a guy does something that could cause the battle to end right there, does that play a role in how you score it?
It could, if that's a part of the criteria for my judging,
But
right?
no, personally, when you see people do stuff in battles and you're like, yo, come on,
But if
man.
you're a
Like,
judge, Math, you can't.
mm-hmm,
There's nothing personal about it. You can't be personal
mm-hmm.
about it. So you have what it
That's
is.
impossible.
No,
That's
because if
impossible.
you're going to be a judge, if you're appointed a judge, then whoever appointed you a judge better know that you can separate yourself enough to make a fucking proper judgment based on a
Right,
criteria. Because
right,
I got to know this is what I'm judging. And you,
right.
as a fan out there watching, got to know what I'm fucking judging. Because
Mm-hmm.
then you at home can go like this. Oh shit, he bumped him. That's going to cost him. Oh shit, he's talking during his round. That's going to cost him. If we know what the fucking criteria is, then we can have outrage. But we don't know the
Right,
criteria. So we're going to lose our
right,
fucking mind when we don't understand why a judge
right.
picked.
Because then I can understand, like,
Right.
Cortez saying
So then
certain
when you
things
hear
and
somebody
him
give their
having an
judgment,
issue.
when you hear
Right.
somebody give their judgment and you had no idea what, and then they go, well, I thought it was kind of whack that Cortez put his hand out, and then Samin was like, fuck out of here. I'm not shaking your hand. That's
Right,
unsportsmanlike. Well, you're like,
right,
what? Like, I didn't know you were going to judge it off that. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is what's the biggest problem in judging battles is that the
Mm-hmm.
criteria is not on the front page. We as fans got to know what is going to be the criteria for the judges so that they're not judging anything else other than those things, and what
But
can get
not
you
all. I
disqualified.
would say not in all cases because, all right, Direct kind of broke down the rules for the tournament he wants to throw, and I feel like some of those rules are it's catered to a specific style. So not everybody's gonna
No, but
gonna be able
listen,
to kill in that realm.
you're
Like
right,
if you're
but
if
it's
you're in a tournament where punching is important, someone like Rosenberg Raw or who else can I say? Ace, who's more of an angle or a certain structure where the punches are spaced. It's not gonna work for them.
you're thinking technical. I'm saying this,
Yeah, that's
man.
technical shit.
I'm saying this. If RBE throws a tournament next month,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shout out ARP.
Right.
If he throws a tournament next month and says whoop whoop whoop, and he goes, and I've got judges. Here is the judges' criteria. In that,
Right.
when you join that, like if you go in MMA, you're gonna be fucking judged off of a criteria that's completely different than if you go to boxing.
But here's the thing: how many times have we seen the rules in boxing get abused? Where Mayweather will win a fight, but we'll be pissed
Never for me.
because,
He's the greatest.
well, yeah,
But I know what you're
he's
saying.
the greatest. He's the greatest, but sometimes he's the greatest at protecting himself rather than beating his opponent. You dig what I'm saying? So
Hit, don't
we'll
get
we'll
hit.
be like, yo, he is running around the ring. He is running around the ring, and you're watching a fight. Now, if someone was in the streets doing that, you'd be like, yo, he don't want to fight. And that's kind of like the basic mentality of what we see from these battle judges. It's
But
a
but
basic mentality.
but okay,
Like,
the point I'm trying to make though is that if you're going on a league Like Organic has for S1, right? Organic has it's laid out what the judges are judging. It's laid out. So if you go over the time limit, the judges are going to judge you for that. So that's a known thing. Now the judges aren't at home stopping the clock, but they're watching that. If Lush One goes time and you're like, nah, and you pull a Diz and you're just like, nah, I'm rapping for another 2 minutes, you're going to get penalized for that.
Right.
So there are specific things. I don't know if Organic put out the exact criteria that the judges are going to judge, but they have a scorecard, right?
Right.
And I think that if the URL is going to have a judge competition, especially when it comes down to the battlers' money and shit like that on the line, that I think in order for there to be at least some order restored, shout out to Swave, my bro.
Right.
If there's going to be some order restored, that wherever you're at, before you get into a battle on any league where it's going to be judged, I feel that their specific judging criteria should be at the forefront of everybody to see and know what you're being judged on. So when we get to the fucking judging part, as fans, where we want to judge the shit, we're not going to be surprised when a guy goes, well, I didn't give him points because he wasn't respecting his space. Well, that wasn't a part of your criteria. So we're not going to hear that. You're not going to say that.
Right.
But you don't have a criteria. You're just judging it based on your knowledge of battle rap, the history, what you know,
Right.
the thing that we all know.
And that's how we get these type of conversations where it's like, yo, who won, who didn't, who did.
Right.
That's cool. That's cool. However, structure-wise, creative-wise, Cortez had a better round. He was fire from the start. He was fire.
I like
watch Ace's round first, then watch Cortez and see if you feel the same.
And you know what? I think again, my epiphany is that I think Cortez is just always great. I think he's always great, and I think that because of how much of a grudge match this was, and because how it got leaked, like this was. If we're gonna talk about marketing wise, this whole battle has been some genius shit. Unintentional genius shit, I think, because I don't think anybody kind of predicted it to go the way it did, because I don't think Cortez was walking.
Psychologically, Ace would want this argument because it's going to get him more support for his next battle.
I think that's a good thing. Yeah. I think it's a good thing.
And I think Ace is a smart guy, so even if he feels like he lost, he would still get out there and say he feels like he won.
Right, and it's working because a lot of people are talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Shaking hands, kissing babies is very political. I respect that. I respect that. So
you know what?
At the end of the day, Cortez got the money. He got the money. He got the money, man. He got the money. Okay.
He got the money. Okay, I reload it.
You can't do nothing about it. He got the money.
I'm happy for Cortez, man. I can't stand a Cortez hater, man. I can't.
If I was Cortez, I'd be like, yo, I think Ace won too. I'd do it counting the money, like, yo, I think that nigga won too. When he said Ben Aki, woo!
Let me ask you a question. Okay, money aside. I feel like it was a good fight in the second round. Do you want to see this match again? Not for the money, but do you want to see this match again where we don't have any stumbles in the first and the third, and we actually see these, like, they've built it up now. This might be the fastest rematch I've ever wanted to see. But that's based on my one round.
But are they going to ante up?
Why not? Why not?
If they do it again, I think they're both going to get crazy, but I think Cortez is going to take it again, bro.
This is the clip that's going out because I want to see these guys battle again.
Okay.
I like how they psychologically were getting at each other. I like how they were, in the face-off. I like how Cortez creatively executed that round. And again, man,
Mhm.
I'm an idiot because I got to see the first and third, but I had a death in the family.
I have to ask, what part of Ace's second round was better than that timeline?
I'm gonna watch it for a third time because I told you that my epiphany came when I realized I think that I gave it so much. No, he had bars in that round. Hold on. I can't
But
remember.
what part of it
I'm gonna
was better
write them
than the
down.
timeline?
I'm gonna write them down, and I'm gonna revisit this thought and talk about it again because I didn't write them down. I watched them, late last night
Right.
to escape because I was at my grandmother's funeral and repass yesterday, and just
Oh,
so
my condolences.
thank you
My
very much.
condolences.
Thank you. But I was so like I needed the escape, and and I tweeted off of my first watch of just the second round that I thought Ace got it. And that's not to take anything away from Tez, but I came to you, you gave me your expert opinion, and it makes sense. It makes sense.
Mhm.
I also had my own epiphany that this could have been an AI crossing Jordan moment.
Yeah.
And I give it that. I know you don't fuck with my
Mhm.
opinion on that, but that's what I kind of think the moment was. And I really
Mhm.
want to see more Ace battles, and I want to see him do great. And I
Yo,
think
I
that
do too. I do too. I think Ace is one of like my favorite people in battle rap right now.
yeah, me
But
too.
I've just been in, like, he's been on my expert opinion twice.
Yeah,
And I've analyzed the things that he does, and I'm like, okay, cool. But now he's doing it with somebody like that's the homie. And I'm like, yo,
right,
you nasty,
right.
nigga. You nasty for this. You know what I mean?
So
But
you do want to see
it,
you. So
it is.
you'd be cool if they did a rematch in the near future.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You think
I would.
Cortez would take that?
Yeah. Because in that position, who's the underdog?
Good question. Because if we're talking to the peanut gallery, a lot of people are rooting for Ace right now, saying you won the battle.
So that puts Cortez in an underdog position.
I don't know. Let's talk about it.
So that means
Well, Cortez got the money.
you're
He
gonna
got the
get the
money.
Cortez that battle official.
No.
Okay, cool.
Cortez will never be the underdog. No, I'm not.
No. If the consensus is, or there's a lot of people, because when people feel like someone's wrong, they feel inclined to stand up. Then that means they're gonna have an over accentuation for supporting Ace Amin, which means the predictions will probably go Ace is gonna get crazy, or if Ace has 3 clean rounds, I don't know, it might get dark for Cortez. And that's the shit that Cortez thrives on. So I would still see it going the same way.
Hopefully, the URL figures it out quick and says, you know what, let's do this one off and let's run it back. Let's run it back. It's like a good school. It's like a good schoolyard fight. It was good.
Cool. Who's betting? Who's betting? Because I need to get in on this. If niggas is throwing money away to Cortez, I need to get in on it. So
I gotta see. I gotta see the whole battle. I gotta see the whole battle to even decide. Nah, what am I talking about? I don't bet no more. But
right.
You heard it here first, people. Right on the kickback with Math Hoffa and Bishop Brigante. If anybody out there wants to put some money on against Cortez, Math Hoffa has got it. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up and I will definitely middleman this. I'll be the bookie. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, my predictions are super accurate. Super accurate. It's prophetic, bro. And it's been like that for years. I don't know if y'all have caught on yet, but usually my predictions for
trying to lose your are you trying to lose your bets right now? Don't tell everybody about your
somebody to challenge that. I want you to challenge it. I want you to challenge it. Challenge it. If you don't believe, challenge it.
Hey, listen.
Do you believe?
Are you guys seeing what's going on? This isn't just talk. This isn't just Math Hoffa saying some shit. In every aspect of his life, he is taking the road less traveled. A great book to read. The Road Less Traveled. It's called Delaying Gratification. It's welcoming adversity. It's welcoming obstacles. I got none but love for you, bro. And I always root and salute you and root for you to win. You're my homie for life, and I'm really looking forward to you on S1. I'm looking forward to everything you do. I'm looking forward to every episode of My Expert Opinion. Read between the lines. Fuck, I'm one of the moderators on your YouTube lives, and I will snipe a motherfucker that don't say some right
snipers.
shit.
I got snipers.
You see when I pull up. When I pull up,
read between.
When I pull up in the lives, bro, everybody's like, "Oh shit, Bishop's here," because I'm sniping all these fucking clowns. Get rid of them quick. Yo, Matt, thank you for being here. This is Tuesday morning, and I'm putting this shit out ASAP so we could get the people there to understand how we do shit.
Oh, that's a bar.
What'd I say?
ASAP. ASAP. He's complaining about losing the battle. ASAP. Put it out ASAP.
You ain't gonna do Ace like that.
That's funny. That's funny. But yo, shout out to Ace though, man. Ace, you know what it is, man. Come back to the shop. I love
I'm pulling up on Ace today, bro. I want to get that exclusive. We're gonna talk that kickback shit.
Tell him what I said. Tell him what I said and hit me if he wants to debate about it. Hey, tell him.
Maybe I gotta get all three of us on the show.
Right.
Get all three of us on the kickback.
I'll let your boy.
I'll let your boy. Yo, it's the Kickback Show. Bishop Brigante, Matt Hoffa. You know where to find them on youtube.com/Matt Hoffa. Find them on all the socials, Matt Hoffa. It's easy to find them because we working. Okay. Subscribe to my shit. Yeah. Subscribe to my shit. Get on my patreon.com/Bishop Brigante. His Patreon /Matt Hoffa. This is what we doing. We working. Brooklyn, Scarborough. Let's go.